Welcome back, Leatherneck Baseball fans. It's another episode of Davis in the Dugout. Will Thomas, Director of Broadcasting, Head Baseball Coach Terry Davis. Coach, conference weekend, past weekend opened up, dropped 2 out of 3 to USI, but you picked up a big Saturday victory, couple of extra inning games, a lot going on the last couple of weeks, and then you picked up a big home victory against Bradley last night. Walk us through the last couple of games for you.
Yeah, we've seen some improvement the last couple games. We're 2-2 in our last 4, as you just mentioned. It was a great OVC opener at USI on Friday night. 3-2 game. They happened to get the last hit and won the game in the 10th inning. But it was an awesome game. It was an awesome atmosphere. Very good baseball on both sides. Both starters were really good, and they got their teams deep into the game. Max for us, and their guy did a great job as well. And then both guys coming out of the bullpen did a good job and got their teams to the end of the game with the chance to win the game. And like I said, they just they got the last hit, but both teams played really well. Then we come back on Saturday. We bounce back, and again another extra inning game. Came from behind. We were down 7-1 later in the game, I think in the 6th inning, and scored 7 or 8 runs to take the lead. Then lost the lead again, I want to say in the 8th or 9th, and then took the lead back again. So there was some real resiliency from the hitters to just kind of hang in there and just grind through it when it's maybe not looking so good early on. And they did a good job, I thought, of not feeling sorry for themselves and just kind of sticking to the process and playing a complete game. And we were able to get a few more hits than them and hold on and get to the end of the game and win it. Then Sunday we came out and didn't play well at all on Sunday. We came back, got back to campus, and we put that one to bed on Monday with a nice little Monday practice, and that looked like it showed up on the field a little bit yesterday against Bradley. And we were able to have a nice day against Bradley and get the win on a Tuesday.
Yeah, so let's talk about Bradley. 8th inning there. You're up at the time 8-6, I believe. Liam Bushy steps up to the plate, bases loaded. Did you know that ball was going over the fence as soon as it hit off the bat?
Well, 100%. You never know that anybody's going to hit a home run or what they're going to do. But, yeah, as soon as that's 120 off the bat, the ball's going out of the ballpark. But that was just kind of right place, right time for our team. You know, when you're constructing the lineup, you're always, it's science, I guess. But we're always just trying to, how can we create a lineup in which your best players are going to come up in the biggest moments? And again, sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong, and who knows? It's not an exact science at all, but we were right yesterday, and we got Bush to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out and a 2-run lead, and if that happens, we're going to win the game.
Yeah, 5 RBIs, I believe, for Bushy yesterday. Had the sac fly, which, it's a sac fly, but that's a big RBI, and definitely when you start looking at the 9th and Bradley gets one, they were threatening there in the 9th. The pitching, locked it down, you would say, from a standpoint of getting a big victory last night. Get you guys on the right path.
It was good, especially on the pitching side. There was a couple guys that Jackson Rogers is a big one. He started the game, and we've got him back now, so it's good to have him back. He's been out on the shelf for a couple weeks, so it was really good to get him back out there and get him through his pregame routine of starting and get out there on the mound and 3 up, 3 down, and see you later. And so Jackson is back, so that's going to be really good for us moving forward. And Tuesdays are big for a lot of reasons. You get a lot of guys out there on the mound. You get maybe some new guys in the lineup. And it's not just another game. It is an opportunity for us from the coaching staff standpoint. It's who can we bring out of this game? Can we grab another hitter that's going to help us on the weekend? Can we find another pitcher that's going to help us get an out or get through an inning on the weekend? And, for us on the mound, I think, obviously we got Jackson back. That's great. And then JT Fabian was good. Clean inning late in the game, so maybe that's something that we can get into this weekend that we didn't maybe have last weekend. And then we got some guys in there. Cordell, you mentioned Bushy with a big game, but Cordell's been playing a little bit for us as of late, and he got 2 huge hits yesterday. And I think, given his past week, I think we can kind of bank on, okay, we've got another hitter now. That's arrived that can help us the rest of the season, and that's a good feeling. So anyway, those Tuesdays are really important to see if you can grab another guy or two that can help you on the weekend, and we found a couple guys yesterday, so that's good.
Yeah, you guys have been, I would say, the road warriors. 20 out of your last 24 games have been on the road away from Alfred D. Yesterday against Bradley starts a 7-game homestand. How nice is it to finally feel like you get to sleep in your own bed. You get to hang out with your dog, and you get to be here at Alfred D for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's go next. That's you're going to start 20 on the road, and that's just is what it is right now. We've and it's awesome to be at home here for a while. You mentioned 7 in a row. I don't even think I knew it was that many. I'm always just worried about the next one, but yeah, that's a really good feeling. No hotel, no bus, no Chipotle. Just it's nice to again just be here on campus and sleep in your own bed and just be focused on baseball. Get caught up on our schoolwork, get caught up on our rest, get our bodies just in a little bit better of a shape, and that's good. And we've got to find a way to get off the road those first 20 games of the year. I know the answer to that is turf. That's easier said than done, but that would help our student athletes out a lot. But we're working on that and chipping away at that. And but anyway, good to be home here for a couple weeks and just get into a good home routine.
So let's take a look at our big home weekend series. SEMO comes into town, right? They're no stranger, I think, to the name. Everybody knows who SEMO is in the OVC. High-powered offense is usually their motto. They're a good, solid baseball team. What do you got to look for your team to take the series, maybe get a sweep, get some victories this weekend?
Well, we have a ton of respect for SEMO. Again, we talked about Southern Indiana last year last weekend, and I mentioned just the longer you do this, you know exactly what you're going to get based on the coach of the other team. And Andy does an outstanding job, and it doesn't matter if it's 2026 or 2036. When his team comes into town, you're going to know what it's going to look like. It's going to be fundamentally sound. They're going to bunt when they need to bunt. They're going to throw strikes on the mound, and they're not going to do anything to lose the game. So if you want to win the game, you have to do what baseball requires you to do, and that's play clean baseball and play catch and have competitive at-bats. And that's what we're going to work on here the next couple of days. And we're excited. But again, at the same time, SEMO, again, a great opponent, but they have no impact on whether or not we can throw the ball over the plate or play catch or play smart. None of that. So our job is to make sure that we're prepared to play the game of baseball regardless of who we're playing this weekend. And whether it's SEMO or Little Rock or Southern Indiana, if we can do that at a high level, we'll have a chance to win the game late.
Well, you can watch the Leathernecks all weekend long. They'll be on ESPN+. Caden Strenz and Nathaniel Rogers will be on the call on the ESPN broadcast. First pitch is Friday, 2 o'clock.
That's correct. I think we're 2-1-1 this weekend.
2-1-1 this weekend, so make sure you tune in. If you can't tune in, well, that means you can get to the ballpark. So get to the ballpark. Come watch the Leathernecks baseball team in person. If it's anything like last night, it's going to be an offensive show with some terrific pitching going on. So come watch the Leathernecks, support the Leathernecks, and go Leathernecks, as this has been another episode of Davis in the Dugout. Go
Thanks
Next.
for all your support. Go Next.